pretty interesting numbers here. Adjusted EBITDA up 4x, a lot of discussion about the Beam soundbar. What drove the quarter?
You know, it was a great quarter, our first one as a public company, so great to get that really under our belt. And, you know, it's really the strength of our portfolio overall. We have, different than most companies, we have a strong product portfolio, which new customers are really buying, and as well we're seeing our existing customers come back and buy more of. So when we introduce a product like the Beam, we see ourselves getting into a number of new homes, and at the same time, our existing customers coming back and adding a Beam to their home. So I think you're starting to see the power of the model now that we're a public company.
Is there seasonality in sort of the traditional retail holiday sense when it comes to speakers like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So you'll see, you know, this holiday season, for instance, is a big one. There's natural seasonality in what we see as well. So you can expect that in the quarter that we're in right now. No surprise, consumers really want to pick up products for their home, and audio products are a big hit over the holiday season.
A lot of the analysts, even if they applaud that, though, talk about competition creeping in and the need to keep coming up with the next big thing, even as your rivals try to do the same thing. So now what?
You know, it's interesting. If you look at it, 2018, we just wrapped up our fiscal 2018. It was our best year in terms of the pace of our growth since 2014. And we did that in the face of probably more competition in the segment than ever before. And I don't think it's a zero-sum game as we look at it. Like, if you think of the auto industry, I mean, Ford and Toyota could be selling lots of cars, and BMW continues to do just fine. And, you know, we're a premium provider. So I see a lot of the activity in the low price points right now, and that's where you see players like Amazon and Google really introducing these smart speakers. And then over time, what happens is consumers are looking at a longer lasting solution for their home, something that supports all the services, something that looks and sounds great. And so Sonos is really well positioned to take advantage of what we're seeing in this momentum around both streaming and smart speakers in general.
It seems in that case, Patrick, that you define your edge as continuing to be a hardware edge. So it's a technology edge and just having, you know, access to all the third-party stuff. How fast can that premium part of the market grow? Do you have a sense of just how many people are very focused enough on the technology piece of it?
Yeah, so I would, you know, one of the things that I think people find interesting about Sonos is that over half of our engineering team is actually on software. So yes, everybody sees the hardware products and that's the way we monetize, but it's really a system, right, that we build and how they all work great together and how they support all of the services that consumers, you know, really want at the end of the day. And so all of that together puts us in an excellent position to take advantage of the 175 million people that are paying for streaming music today, and that's expected to grow to over 300 million over the next 3 years. So we're focused in on that group. We've been very clear about our, you know, long-term guidance that we expect to do 10% or better annual revenue growth, and we expect to be about double that on the EBITDA line. And we feel very good, this quarter being a great example of that. We feel very good about that kind of pace and being able to do that in this market.
Patrick, judging from how many times I have to update the app, I would imagine you guys are as much a software company as anything else. But I'm curious, you know, it puts in mind the idea that you do seemingly have a good deal of data about the customers of all of the providers who are part of the platform. How are you monetizing that, if you are?
Today, you know, I've been very clear in a lot of our statements that we're taking that responsibility, you know, very seriously. So we really, you know, the homes that we're in are some of the most important and attractive in the world, and so we take that very seriously. We use it to make the experience better. So those updates that you're seeing, which, by the way, you can now make automatic updates and you don't have to always acknowledge them, which I know has been a comment in the past we've talked about. You know, as we go through that and do that, we're making the system better and we're understanding how people are using their Sonos. So a great example would be when we added voice with Amazon earlier this year, when we added Audible, when we added AirPlay. What I watch is how are customers using their Sonos, and what we see is they use it more. And so that's a good sign to us that we're working on the right things for people to get more out of their Sonos and ultimately attract more customers into it. So we're using that data to make the experience better and think about what products and services we should offer in the future.
Patrick, watching the shares today, nice gain, 14%. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming on.